Okay, I think I'm recording. It says it's recording. So I'm recording. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this is supposed to be a daily live stream. If you've noticed, I haven't posted a video in I don't know how long it's been, well over a month, but I have been live streaming every single day. So if you haven't been watching the live streams, you might be a little lost, but I'm recording a video right now because I am currently not in Chicago. I am on vacation. I'm obviously staying with someone right now. The internet is a little shaky, so I had to pre record this video instead of doing a live stream. It's a little unfortunate because I've really been doing daily live streams and I've been really enjoying it and interacting with the group, but we'll do this for now. Tomorrow, we'll see if I can get a better internet connection going. So let's kind of do this off the cuff. I don't normally have all my gear with me. I only have this MacBook and my AirPods, so hopefully the audio quality is okay. The lighting is going to be whatever the lighting is, but let's just gonna let's just kind of get into it. Today is day 664 of my fasting journey. Today is Saturday, August 30th. Good morning, everyone. It is currently 10:47 a.m. here in Toronto, 9:47 a.m. back in Chicago. I landed here in Toronto last night, and a lot has happened. If you're new, if you're just watching this and you're like, I haven't seen Jerome in a while, things are going pretty well. I have moved out of my apartment. I have decided to move out of the country, and I'm currently on vacation for a week up here in Toronto. The thing is, it doesn't stop my journey. Every day is a day to work on my health and happiness, my health and wellness, my fasting goals, whatever they may be. And to add in there, some days aren't the best. Some days I overeat. Some days I'm not fasting for long. Some days I'm overeating. But that doesn't change the fact that the journey still continues. I'm still pushing forward no matter how good or bad. So, for many of you who watch me, you've heard me say this when it comes to accountability, accountability is number one for me. So, for you, if it's helpful for you, if it's motivating and inspiring for you to share your journey, to share how things are going, what things are looking like for you, share. It's very easy to share the good. It's very easy to say, I have lost this much. I have fasted for this long. I ate the cleanest today. But it takes a lot more to admit when things aren't going perfectly. And showing that imperfection, making sure that you're not feeling guilty or ashamed about it and that it's just a fact of life that happens every now and then, there's nothing wrong with that. For anybody watching this, remember that maybe that's the part that's difficult for you right now. Maybe that's the part that's missing because you're the kind of person that says, well, today didn't go according to plan. So, you know what? It's Saturday right now. I'm just going to eat whatever I want. I'm going to be completely mindless. I'm not going to go for a walk like I had planned. I'm not going to go to the gym and lift weights like I had planned because the day is shot. That all or nothing mindset is going to be to your detriment. It'll be your downfall. And I say that through personal experience, but I say that through people I've worked with, people I've coached. When you have that all or nothing mindset where, listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with going hard, giving it your all, giving 110%, pushing hard. But when that all moment fades away and you succumb to the nothing part and then you give everything up, that's where the issue is. You got to find that middle ground, somewhere between the all or nothing, and then be able to accept imperfection in that way. 664 days of my journey, I have not been doing this perfectly. I have had many ups and downs in my journey, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have learned to accept that that happens, but if I continue to show up and be accountable, that is how I learn. That is how I grow. That is how you will grow as well. So, to kind of reiterate on that, what ended up happening to me about a little over a month ago is I gained 30 pounds from June 19th to July 22nd, I pushed up almost 30 pounds. A lot of this happened because back in June, I was out here in Toronto. I gained 11 pounds, a lot of mindless eating, but a lot of out of control eating. But what I was trying to say is, at least that first week, I still felt in control. But what ended up happening after that is, as the days passed by, as I was trying to get back into like my regular routine, I fell back into mindless eating. I fell back into out of control eating, to the point that it got so bad that I found myself completely overindulging, right? Completely finding myself out of control. And the reason I bring this up, right, is because I felt very overwhelmed about me moving. I felt very overwhelmed about me moving out of the country. I had to fill out a ton of paperwork. I had to find a place to live. I had to figure out where I'm going to be staying at in between the time before I move out of the country. And because of all of that happening, I got so overwhelmed that I fell back into bad habits, and I started eating to avoid. I started eating to ignore. I started I stopped live streaming. I completely let my accountability go because I didn't want to think about it. And it ended up pushing my weight up to almost 30 pounds. Now, remember, I didn't gain 30 pounds in 34 days. I mean, yes, I gained about 30 pounds on the scale in 34 days, but I didn't put on 30 pounds of fat. That is a big misconception. Or even though you might think or know that, you can't get it out of your head because your number or your head is stuck on a number on a scale. Because here's what happened after I found myself getting out of control and feeling overwhelmed and stress eating and comfort eating and eating to avoid. I ended up bringing my accountability back on YouTube. And I said, listen, I'm really busy right now. I cannot make videos right now, but I know what I can do. I can hit the record button, live stream, and give you a day to day update of what I'm doing and how things are going. And that's exactly what I've been doing since then. Since July 23rd, I believe, I have been live streaming every single day, except for today. But let's take this as a live stream. Let's pretend it's a live stream. I'm still doing my due diligence and being accountable in this way. So, what have I done since? I have been fasting. I have been putting myself back into a fasting protocol, but live streaming every day to show that accountability. When I got right back on it on July 23rd, I did 9 rounds of ADF, eating about 2,700 calories. In 18 days, I lost over 21 pounds, going from almost 170 down to 148 and a half. And then after those 18 days, after dropping 21 pounds, I had a quote unquote 20% day where I ate 7,500 calories. Why? Because I wanted to. I was out with friends and family and enjoying myself. And a 20% day, the way I see it, and for many people who have watched me, you know what I'm talking about here. I give myself an 80-20 rule, meaning 80% of the time I'm on track. I'm counting calories, right? I'm being mindful. I am going to the gym. I'm lifting weights. I'm doing the shit I'm supposed to be doing. The other 20% of the time, hey, I'm going to fuck around a little bit, right? I'm not going to be as diligent on the calorie tracking, or I'm not going to be as diligent on getting all my steps in. But if you think about it, in a 30-day period, what's 20% of 30? What, 4 days, right? So 26 of those days, you should be on point. You should be doing the things you should be doing. The other 4 days, hey, that's time for you, right? It doesn't mean that you have to go insanely crazy then on those 4 days, but for me, I was out with friends and family. I ate 7,500 calories. If you want to see what that looks like, I have literally been recording every single day and recording every single thing I've been eating as well. I've been showing that kind of transparency. And that transparency has helped me keep that weight off. After doing that 7,500 calorie day, I did a 93-hour fast to counteract that. I ended up losing 9.6 pounds after gaining 7 pounds. So I actually lost more weight after doing a 93-hour fast and ended up losing almost 24 pounds in 3 weeks. Then went back into 4 more rounds of ADF 3,400 calorie refeeds, had a 4,800 calorie 20% day. When I went out with friends again, I pushed up a little bit in weight, but did a 67-hour fast, lost 26 pounds in 32 days, did a 66-hour fast, lost 28 pounds in 35 days. And then this was this past, what day was this? I can't remember. Thursday? So Thursday, I had another 20% day, which is 3 days out of the last 37 days. I had 20% days. So not even an 80-20 split. I was doing the shit I was supposed to be doing 34 of those 70 days. What I'm showing you here is I have always put forth a plan in what I set out to do in terms of my weight loss, my health and wellness journey. On Thursday, I had was this Thursday? This was maybe Wednesday. Shit, I can't remember now. It'll be listed there. It's fine. I ended up eating 6,300 calories and I actually pushed up 11.4 pounds, which is a crazy amount of weight to push up. And here's the thing is when I pushed that weight up, when I pushed up 11.4 pounds, I didn't sit around and be like, oh, this sucks. The world is over. You know what? I'm going to quit fasting. I'm going to quit going for my walks. I'm going to quit going to the gym and lifting weights. No, I got right back on my routine because you know what? That 11 pounds that I put on after eating 6,300 calories, it's not 11 pounds of fat. There's a lot of water. There's a lot of waste. There's a lot of food in me. And sure enough, if you are reading the title of this video, I am now at the lowest weight I have been at in about 2 months. I have completed 13 rounds of ADF. I have completed a 90+ hour fast. I completed two 65-hour fasts, and I'm currently working on my third 65-hour fast in a row. Although today it probably won't be at 65 hours because I'm at a family thing and I'm going to be breaking earlier. I'm currently 57 hours fasted at the moment. All this to say that there are going to be days I'm going to be pushing hard. And there are going to be days I'm going to be going out with friends and family and enjoying myself and not beating myself up, not feeling guilty, not feeling ashamed, not feeling like I failed. Because when I let those emotions take over me, it makes me, I collapse, I spiral out, I give everything up. And that's where the real issue is because I'm not seeing a middle ground. Instead, I'm all or nothing. And this nothing part, right? This nothing part is the part that I am always trying to give up at the moment. Not at the moment, always. I'm always trying to give up that part. And it doesn't mean that those nothing moments won't ever happen again because it rears its ugly head every now and then. I found myself being there about a month ago. But I also had really good, healthy habits in place over the last 650 plus days or 620 days whenever I ended up going completely out of control. And those good, healthy habits that I have been showing up for day after day after day, they kicked right back in. And this is the reason that 660 however many days later, I'm still down in weight. I still keep the weight off. I'm still learning how to eat better, learning how to exercise better. I'm learning about myself because I allow myself to grow instead of just saying, oh, fuck it. Today's not worth it. You know what? It's Saturday. Let's just wait until Monday. Because you know what? Monday is September 1st. Monday is a new month, a new start. I'm going to start then. That's going to be my fresh start. How many of you have already done this? How many of you have already told yourself you're going to have a fresh start, a new me? January 1st, your last birthday, your upcoming birthday, after the holidays, you have every excuse in the book. There's no point. Live your life. Enjoy your days where you're going to eat. It doesn't have to be every single day, though, where you're going to go insane, right? I have this clip here of me standing on the scale today at 140.4 pounds. This is the lowest I have been now in about 2 months. My last weigh in when I was at my heaviest about a month ago, a little over a month ago on July 23rd was 169.6, down to 140.4 pounds. I'm down 29.2 pounds now in, I believe, 38 days. I'm also in a different place using a portable scale. And that portable scale might not be the same consistent scale that I use on a day to day basis. So that number might be off a pound. Maybe it's off 2 pounds. Maybe I ended up gaining weight, but I seriously doubt that because I'm fasted and I've had no calories and I think I'm good there. But what I'm trying to say is that number on the scale is going to say whatever it wants to say. That number on the scale can push itself up. It can push itself up 11 pounds. And like you just saw, I gained 11 pounds after eating 6,300 calories. And this morning, when I weighed in, I'm at a new low weight, meaning that that 11 pounds that I put on eating 6,300 calories after a 50 something hour fast right now, I'm down way past that. Did I lose 12 pounds of fat? No. I'm telling you, a lot of that number that you see on the scale is bullshit. You have to get your head out of that. I step on the scale every day because it's a good way to just see my progress and see if I'm going in the right direction, but I do not let it change my habits. I do not let it change my mood. It's going to say whatever it wants to say, and then I push on with my life. Why? Because the strategy is there. I know I'm practicing good and healthy habits, and I know these good and healthy habits are so important to me that why would I give it up? I'd give it up because the number on the scale isn't what I wanted it to show. No, you continue with your good and healthy habits because you know that trusting the process will bring that scale down anyway. Your non scale victories matter a lot more. The way you fit in your clothes, the way you feel, the energy you have, getting good blood sugar numbers in the morning, good blood pressure numbers in the morning, the way your clothes fit, right? Gaining new PRs at the gym if you're lifting weights, being able to get more endurance on your runs. So many more things are so many more things are way more important than what the number on the scale says. If we dig into my nerdy stats here, in my last 16 refeeds, ever since I started recording and tracking a lot more thoroughly here, my average refeed time is around 4 hours and 16 minutes. Average calories per refeed about 3,500. Average protein per refeed 203 grams. My calories I could probably tip down a little lower, but like I said, seeing that number not be where I want it to be, does it ruin my day? No. It's like, okay, I ate a little extra today. That's fine. Move on. It'll average out. And for me, why am I so even worried about that if the scale is pushing itself down? If I'm able to wear these clothes that fit me great today and did not a month ago. I couldn't wear this a month ago. I was so bloated back then. That's a good non scale victory, no matter what the scale says. Looking at my last 8 refeeds, you'll see here I have tried to keep myself under 3,000. There are some days that are highlighted in orange where it went over. And then you'll see the other highlights in yellow, which were my quote unquote 20% days, where I was eating more because I was out and I was not eating the cleanest. But that's just 3 days out of the last 37 or 38 in what I've been doing. And to reiterate what the scale shows, you'll see after a refeed, I'll gain 5, 6, 7 pounds. But you'll see the day after, even 24 plus hours fasted, I will lose 4, 5, 6 pounds. If you look at the last 3 refeeds, I gained 6.6 pounds, performed a 65-hour fast, lost 8.2. Then you'll see me gain another 6 pounds, did another 65-hour fast, lost 7.6. And then most recently, the very last bullet there, I gained 11.4 pounds after a 6,300 calorie refeed. And then this morning, 50 something hours fasted later, I lost 12.8 pounds, dropping more weight than I gained. The scale is such, It's a crazy number. And if it is affecting your mood and affecting your emotion and it is making you perform bad, unhealthy, toxic habits, you need to let that part go. Do not let the scale fuck with your head in that way. Use the scale to your advantage, to just use it as a data marker and be like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing. Don't get me wrong. The scale, when I look at it, when I gained 11 pounds after a 6,300 calorie refeed, I was like, what the hell? I stepped on it twice to double check, but I trusted the process. And here I am, 50 something plus hours fasted later. And now the scale is lower than where it was before. I don't let it get to me in that way. And you shouldn't either. But this is more than just fasting. Yes, I run a fasting channel. Yes, fasting is my foundation. Yes, fasting I'm really good at, but I'm also working on the way I refeed, how I eat, the cardio I perform, strength training at the gym, the sleep I get, prioritizing my mental health. In the last 38 days, my average step count is around 16,000 steps. Yesterday's step count was way less at 12,000. I was traveling yesterday. I had a lot to do before packing out. And when it comes to my step count, does that mean you should walk 16,000 steps a day? No, absolutely not. I walk that much. I live in the city. I do a lot of walking in general. I recently bought a kick scooter. I use that as my public transportation on top of a bus and a train. It doesn't mean you need to walk that much, but I do it because it's therapeutic for me. It feels good. It's really low impact. I use it when I go for long walks and I do my language learning. I kind of kill two birds with one stone when it comes to that. And I also don't beat myself up when I don't hit my step count. Right now, I try to do 15,000 steps a day, 6 times a week. On days where I don't hit that, do I say, well, fuck it, time to give up, time to just eat everything, time to forget everything else that's important to me? No, I am going to repeat this over and over and over. It's about imperfect consistency. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. Imperfect consistency. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. Strength training wise, I usually strength train the day after a refeed. I usually eat in the evening. I refeed in the evening. I go lift the next day. Although today, because I'm here in Toronto now and I'm done moving and I have a lot less stress on me, I have more time to kind of focus on my other work. I I was like, well, let me just go to the gym. So I went for a long walk. It was like a 45-minute walk. I went to the gym here. I lifted 50 something hours fasted. Of course, my strength isn't the same after that long of a fast, but still there to push weight, to preserve muscle, to maintain, walk back home, doing this live stream. I'm going to eat later. There's a family get together today, a family party today, and I'm going to be enjoying myself. I'm on vacation. And think about this too. Today's day 2 of 7 of my vacation. Yesterday, I flew out, I landed, and we got here at around 8 to 9 p.m. or so. And of course, family was telling my mom and I to eat. My mom ate, I didn't. I'm staying fasted, even though I'm on vacation. I could have eaten. I could have given myself grace and be like, just eat. But it was already late. I was tired. I'm like, I'm good. I'm going to eat today and I'm going to figure out how I'm going to handle the rest of this vacation. So far, just taking it one day at a time. The 80-20 rule. I talked about this earlier. 80% of the time, I'm trying to do the shit I'm supposed to be doing. If you look at how many days I've given myself 80% days, right, where I'm doing the shit I'm supposed to be doing, 34 of those 37 days, I average around 2,900 calories when I refeed, 202 grams of protein on average. 34 out of 37 is a lot more than 80%. My 20% days, there have only been 3 of them. But you'll see the calorie count is high at almost 6,200 calories. Still high protein as well. But this calculates more to a 92-8 instead of an 80-20. You don't have to do exactly 80-20. Maybe it's 70-30 for you right now. Maybe it's 60-40 for you right now. But your good days, the days you're supposed to be doing the shit you're supposed to be doing, should outweigh your bad days. And if you can't get there right now, keep working on that split. How do you keep working on that split? By showing up, by being accountable, by being here every single day. You don't have to give 110 every single day, but what you can do is show up. If you are the type of person that does not show up, that cannot be accountable in that way, that is probably the first thing you need to start working on. And then start figuring out how to continue building good, healthy habits. Calories in, calories out. I've been recording this ever since July 23rd. I've been a little more adamant about seeing where this is at because it gives me a really good reference of how things are going. In the last 38 days, I have taken in about 56,000 calories, close to 57,000 calories. My calories out, about 87,000. This is based off my TDEE of 2,300 calories a day. This is based off of my TDEE, which is how many calories I burn based or included with my activity roughly on a daily basis. I have been now in the last 38 days over a 30,000 calorie deficit or about 8.7 pounds of fat. But Jerome, you said you lost 29 pounds in the last 38 days. I did on the scale. That number on the scale is way different than 8.7 pounds, right, of fat. But what matters more? The number on the scale showing I lost 29 pounds or knowing that I have put myself in a deficit where I've lost 8.7 pounds of fat? Obviously, 8.7 pounds of fat is way more important. Lose excess body fat, build muscle. Those are my 2 goals. Stay happy, stay healthy. My other 2 goals. So those are 4 goals. Travel around the world. That's my 5th goal. So again, what I'm trying to share with you all is my days are not perfect. Yes, I get stressed. Yes, I get overwhelmed. Yes, I have bad days. But I do not let those bad days outweigh the good days. I practice imperfect consistency. We're going to do fit check really quick. It feels weird to do fit check without an audience talking to me right now. I'm so used to seeing people on here, but again, I don't have the best internet at the moment and cannot do a live stream today. I'll try again tomorrow and see what that looks like. But before I get into fit check, if I can find the right slides here, I have been an overweight child my entire life. Not only in childhood, but in adolescence, in my teenage years, here where I'm either 18 or 19, in my 20s, in my 30s, and even in my 40s. I'm 44 years old now. I've literally been overweight, obese, morbidly obese for 4+ decades. I show these photos because I'm at a place now where I have been able to lose all of this weight and keep it off 660+ days later. Perfectly? No. I've had ups and downs, but I continue to learn from myself every single day that pushes on. I share those photos because I have been able to lose this weight, not through diet pills or medication, not through injections, not through GLPs or Ozempic or anything like that. And it's not to knock any of those things. I'm just letting people know that as somebody who has been overweight, obese, morbidly obese their entire life, I have still been able to find something to get me to lose this weight and keep it off through fasting, but not just through fasting, through my refeeds, through mindful eating, through my exercise, through my cardio, through my strength training, through my sleep, through my mental health, through accountability, by showing up every day, being honest, being transparent. And those things have helped me get to where I'm at today. My heaviest, I was 235 pounds. I'm not tall, I'm short, I'm 5 foot 3 inches, 235 pounds wearing a 38 size waist that was already getting too small for me then, wearing XL or double XL adult shirts because I needed something to go over my belly. And today I'm wearing this extra large youth shirt, boy shirt, right? I'm wearing size 28 pants. Actually, the pants I'm wearing right now are boys' pants. Might as well show it, right? So I don't know how much space I have here for fit check. Okay, this is as far back as I'm going to get, but here is a front shot, right? Side shot. I'm like cut off here. Side shot, rear, and side, right? Yes, I do wear like a compression shirt. And you see, I still have fat here, right? Um, I still have more to lose, even though I'm 140 pounds at 5'3". People always ask me, Jerome, do you have loose skin? Yeah, I have loose skin, right? Like you can even see it here, like as I grab it, right? Like loose skin here. Is it something that I care for? No, not at all. I have loose skin on my upper arms. You'll see here, I have loose skin on my lower belly. That's where the majority of it is. I have loose skin on my upper thighs. It's one of the reasons I strength train. I strength train because I'm like, if I can gain muscle, right? If I can build muscle, like hopefully it'll help, you know, loose skin there. But I also am aware I'm 44 years old. I have weighed over 100 plus pounds. I have lost it. I have gained it. It is what it is. I'm okay with that. All I know right now is I still have goals. I still want to lose excess body fat. I still want to build muscle. And then whenever I get to wherever my goal is, then I figure out what the next step is. For now, this is where I'm at. I'm good with it. This is normally where I would take Q&A, but I don't have Q&A because I don't have a live audience in front of me. So in the meantime, while we're chatting or while you're still here, if you are looking for help when it comes to fasting or weight loss or accountability, if you're looking for an accountability partner or an accountability coach, you can go to finallyfasting.com. You can book a one on one session with me. I should have a lot more availability coming up now that I'm done moving for now before I move out of the country. But if you're looking to put a plan and a strategy together. If you're looking for an accountability partner, you can go to finallyfasting.com. We can have a one on one conversation. We can put all those things together. And if I can help you get to your goals to be happy and healthy, hey, maybe it's worth giving a shot. Again, you don't have to talk to me. You can watch these videos. If it's enough motivation and it's help for you, let me know in the comments. Let me know how things are going. Always appreciate that. But you could also check it out. I do sell merch there, stickers and hats, but I have none of these because I'm not even at, well, I currently don't have a home right now. So, finallyfasting.com for that. If you want to support in a different way, there is a link in the live stream. This is not a live stream. There will be a link in this video to be part of the Finally Fasting fam. So if you want to be a member, you can click the join button for that. It's just a way to support. You'll get your name in the intros of the live streams. You get to use custom emoji, or if you join the higher tier, you can join us Wednesday evenings mostly for accountability group coaching sessions where we hold each other accountable. It's a really good way to show another level of accountability. So with that being said, two things. Number one, that number on the scale, and I've been saying this since the very beginning of when I would do my live streams, that number on the scale is going to say whatever it wants. That number on the scale, you don't have much control of what it says. Obviously, you can do things to help that number go down, but for the most part, it's going to say whatever it wants to say. Do not let that number on the scale devalue you. Do not let that number on the scale change your worth. Do you know what I'm saying? The scale does not make you a better or worse person because of what it says. Think about your non-scale victories. Continue to respect, accept, and love yourself for who you are today, because honestly, that number on the scale is going to do you no good. We don't wear a sign around our neck that says I weigh XX whatever pounds, right? But you know how you feel if you get that shirt that you know you look good in. You know how you feel when a dress fits you properly. Think about the non-scale victories. Use the scale as a guide. Let it be helpful for you in that way, but do not let it demoralize you in a way where you're like, this isn't worth it. Last thing, you are not alone. I know this because I have been doing this for 660 plus days. I have been doing this day in and day out, fasting probably longer than many people who are watching this. You are not alone. We are doing this together. If you don't believe me, check my live streams, check people in chat talking to each other, communicating with each other, supporting each other. Check the comments. Same thing, sharing their journey. If you have never jumped on a live stream, YouTube can be very weird. There is a separate tab for live stream. So if you're like, I haven't seen Jerome in a month or however long it is since I've been gone from making a video or posting a video, which by the way, these videos will start coming back now that I'm officially moved out and I have less on my plate. But if you've never joined a live stream, feel free to join us. I live stream every day at this point, and I continue, or I will want to continue to do so. So look for that. And that's it. There are no fancy intro music or outro music because this is a video instead of an actual live stream. So I don't have much more to say. I'm sorry that this isn't a fancy production. There's literally a guest bed and a hamper of clothes. There was a Swiffer that I had to move out of the thing because I was like, okay, let's at least get that out of the way. So I'm still on vacation. I'm going to be breaking today. I'm going to try to keep my calories in check, but if they don't, then you'll hear about it tomorrow on the live stream. So my goal for the next or the remaining days here on vacation is to just try to stay in control. Try to not let it go overboard because that's something I'm still trying to work on. You'll see what that looks like. Hopefully, you keep continuing on your journey. You keep doing what you need to do. If you need anything, you know where to find me. You can always find me in the live streams too. I'm always happy to help. I'm always happy to answer questions. I do it on every single live stream. So feel free to drop by. And don't forget, there's a whole community there. They help answer questions too. They're very supportive. I'm proud of all of them who show up every single day. I'm sorry we couldn't do the live stream today. We tried doing it earlier. And as soon as they got on, they're like, Jerome, you sound like a robot. Jerome, your voice is lagging. I was like, okay, I guess not for today. But I'm still being accountable by posting this. With that being said, I'm out of here. I'm going to do my obligatory wave, and I'll see you all soon. Take care.